in a pew. Here's my question. What is the FBI doing to take on this rising tide of violence that seems to be motivated by anti-religious hatred?
Specifically, sir, we have 60 anti-Catholic hate crime incidences reported to us that are being investigated.
Silence is sometimes more powerful than a confession. When Josh Hawley asked the question, the air in the hearing room practically froze. The Missouri senator sits in his classic position, leaning slightly forward, intensely focused, a posture where his prosecutorial background never faded. Yale law graduate, former Missouri Attorney General, one of the youngest members of the Senate. And when Hawley has evidence in hand, he doesn't showboat. He just makes a precise strike with that evidence. Director Patel, he says, his voice measured but sharp. I want to discuss the FBI's data management practices, specifically regarding the preservation of digital evidence in sensitive investigations. Kash Patel smiles slightly, navy blue suit, FBI badge gleaming, 4 attorneys lined up behind him. This is his 22nd congressional testimony as FBI director. He's caught a rhythm: deflect uncomfortable questions, claim ongoing investigations prevent disclosure, burn time with technical jargon. This method worked 21 times. But Josh Hawley has been preparing for this moment for 6 weeks. Of course, Senator, Patel responds confidently. The FBI's data security standards are among the highest in the federal government. We take digital evidence preservation extremely seriously. Excellent, Hawley replies while opening the folder on his desk with calculated slowness. Then can you explain to me, why did 2.7 terabytes of data disappear from the FBI's main data center on October 14, 2025? The word, disappear, resonates like a flashbang grenade. 2.7 terabytes isn't just large. This means approximately 2.7 million documents. The scale itself suggests either something catastrophic or something deliberate. Reporters immediately start typing. Other committee members lean forward. Patel's smile vanishes instantly, but he maintains his composure through bureaucratic deflection. Senator Hawley, the word, disappear, is a mischaracterization. The FBI routinely conducts data archiving and storage optimization as part of normal technical operations. Data doesn't get lost. It's reclassified for more efficient storage protocols. Hawley doesn't blink, doesn't hesitate, doesn't allow Patel's technical smokescreen to work. 2.7 terabytes deleted in a single night. From October 14 at 11:47 p.m. to October 15 at 2:34 a.m. Exactly 2 hours and 47 minutes of continuous deletion. Is that routine archiving? Director Patel leans forward, trying to regain control through technical obfuscation. Senator, the technical processes of data management are extraordinarily complex. Terabytes might sound large to non-technical personnel, but given the FBI's total data capacity of over 400 petabytes. What was in that data? Hawley sharply interrupts, refusing to be buried in technical deflection. Patel pauses. Just 1 second. That 1 second, enough to catch the micro-expression of concern appearing on his face. I cannot discuss specific data content in this open session without compromising privacy protections and national security protocols. Hawley's expression doesn't change, but his voice shifts to that prosecutorial register, the tone every lawyer recognizes as the moment before the trap springs. Epstein files. 73% of those 2.7 terabytes consisted of digital material related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Correct. The room goes completely silent. Patel's jaw visibly tightens. The confident bureaucrat is being forced to confirm what he hoped would stay buried in technical language and classification procedures. Senator, I cannot discuss the contents of individual investigation files in open session. Yes or no? Director. Hawley's voice rises, completely abandoning the measured tone. Was the majority of the deleted data specifically related to the Epstein investigation? Simple question, simple answer. Patel takes a deep breath, recognizing the trap but unable to escape it. Some of the archived material may have been peripherally related to various investigations including Epstein, but to characterize it as majority. Hawley pulls a document from his folder. FBI letterhead, classification stamps clearly visible. FBI Data Management Report, October 15, 2025. Deleted material breakdown, Epstein investigation digital evidence, 73%. Video testimony files, 18%. Email archive correspondence, 31%. Phone record metadata, 27%. Forensic image duplicates, 12%. He holds the document up to the cameras, ensuring every American can see the official FBI logo and classification markings. This is your own internal report, Director. Your own technical team's documentation of exactly what was deleted. Then Hawley systematically begins closing every escape route, building the case with the precision of a prosecutor who knows the evidence is ironclad. And here's what makes this particularly interesting: who initiated this deletion process? Who authorized the permanent removal of 2.7 million documents in the middle of the night? Patel attempts evasion. Data management decisions are routinely made by technical personnel as part of standard archival protocols. Your authorization code, Hawley interrupts, pulling out another document. Your personal digital signature, FBI system access log, Kash Patel, FBI Director. Timestamp 11:47 p.m. Deletion command approved. 2.7 terabytes permanent deletion protocol, 0 recovery option selected. He holds up the access log. FBI seal prominent, timestamps highlighted. Here is your authorization code. Here is the exact timestamp. Here is the permanent deletion command marked as unrecoverable. Not archiving, not reclassification, deleted. Patel's face visibly falls. Senator, I don't personally oversee every technical detail of data management operations. My staff handles routine. You were physically in the FBI building during the deletion, Hawley continues, his voice now carrying the weight of documented evidence that leaves no room for denial. He pulls out another document. FBI Headquarters Security Access Logs. Entry recorded at 11:31 p.m. Exit recorded at 3:12 a.m. Exactly spanning the deletion window from start to completion. And according to security personnel duty logs, you were alone. You didn't even bring your assistant or any staff members. Not a sound escapes from the room. Everyone present understands they're witnessing the systematic exposure of massive evidence destruction documented with precision that no deflection could possibly work. Democratic members look vindicated. Republican members look uncomfortable. Reporters are documenting every second, recognizing they're witnessing something historic. Yes, I was working late that night, Patel stammers, his composure completely shattered. But automatic system processes don't require my physical presence. The deletion could have been automated based on previous authorization protocols. It's 4:13 p.m. Exactly 1 minute after beginning his questioning, Josh Hawley sets the trap that will destroy Kash Patel's career in precisely 52 seconds. Director Patel, Hawley says, leaning forward with the intensity of a prosecutor about to spring a perfect trap. I'm going to ask you a very specific question. I want you to think very carefully before answering. He pauses, allowing the tension to build, ensuring every camera is focused on both men's faces. Is there a recoverable backup of the 2.7 terabytes of data deleted from the FBI's main data center on the night of October 14? Patel hesitates, looking at his attorney. His attorney shakes his head subtly as if to say don't get into details. But Patel makes the fatal decision to project confidence rather than admit ignorance. The FBI maintains robust backup protocols across multiple redundant systems, Patel begins, trying to hide behind technical language. All critical data is automatically. Yes or no, Hawley shouts, refusing to accept bureaucratic evasion. Simple binary question. Is there or is there not a backup of that deleted data? Patel takes a deep breath. Then he makes the biggest mistake of his career, committing to a claim he hasn't verified with his own technical team. I am 100% certain that secure backups of that data exist in FBI backup systems. 100% certain, Hawley repeats slowly, emphasizing each word to ensure every camera captures it. Director Patel, are you absolutely, unequivocally certain? Yes, Patel says, trying to inject confidence into his voice despite the trap he feels but can't identify. I am 100% certain those backups exist. Hawley smiles, but it's not a friendly smile. It's the cold, merciless expression of a prosecutor who knows he's about to destroy a witness with their own words. Director Patel, the time is now 4:13 p.m. I am noting for the official congressional record that you have just testified under oath that you are 100% certain, your exact words, that backups exist of the deleted data. He opens his folder with great precision, pulling out a thick report bearing official FBI letterhead and classification markings. This is an internal memorandum sent to you this morning at 9:17 a.m. by FBI Chief Information Security Officer Sarah Chen. Subject line, October 14th data loss, final status report. Hawley begins reading, his voice carrying the devastating precision of documented truth. The 2.7 terabytes of data deleted from the FBI's main data center on October 14, 2025 has absolutely no backup in existence whatsoever. The deletion process was conducted using permanent and irreversible protocol designation. All backup systems, including primary, secondary, and tertiary redundancy protocols, were manually disabled simultaneously prior to deletion. This represents a serious and unprecedented violation of standard FBI data preservation procedures. The data is permanently lost and cannot be recovered through any technical means. Signed, Sarah Chen, Chief Information Security Officer. Democratic members jump to their feet. Republicans look at each other in genuine shock. Reporters are frantically typing. Patel sits frozen, mouth open, but not a single word comes out. Director Patel, Hawley says, his voice now ice cold with prosecutorial fury. Exactly 52 seconds ago, you told this committee under oath that you were 100% certain backups existed. Your own Chief Information Security Officer, the person specifically responsible for knowing this information, stated definitively this morning that the data is permanently lost with absolutely no backup. He leans forward, delivering the question that will echo through history. So I'll ask you directly, who is lying to Congress, you or Sarah Chen? 52 seconds. 52 seconds of absolutely devastating silence. Patel's mouth moves but no sound comes out. Sweat is visible on his forehead under the television lights. His hands resting on the witness table are now trembling slightly. His attorney sits frozen behind him. No whispered consultation. They have nothing. This isn't a scenario they prepared for. The evidence is ironclad. The timeline is documented. The lie is exposed on camera with millions watching. I wasn't informed about the technical status, Patel finally manages, his voice barely above a whisper. You were informed, Hawley interrupts, holding up another document that will seal Patel's destruction. Email sent to you by Sarah Chen on the morning of October 15 at 7:23 a.m. Subject, urgent data loss crisis requires immediate action. Hawley reads the email with devastating clarity. Director Patel, the 2.7 terabytes of data deleted last night from our main data center are permanently lost. Absolutely no backups exist due to systematic protocol violations I am still investigating. This includes critical evidence files. Emergency executive meeting required today. Sarah Chen, CISO. He shows the email to the cameras, ensuring every American can see this document. And here is your response, sent at 9:17 a.m. Noted. Keep situation quiet. Don't leak outside FBI. We'll discuss internally. Hawley's voice rises with moral fury. 2 sentences. That's your entire response to learning that 2.7 million evidence documents were permanently destroyed. Keep situation quiet. The revelation is more devastating than anything I've witnessed in nearly 20 years covering Congress. Patel didn't just authorize the deletion. He was informed it was permanent, knew there were no backups, and then came before Congress claiming to be 100% certain that backups existed while ordering his technical chief to stay silent about the catastrophic loss. You didn't just delete the data, Director Patel, Hawley says, his voice carrying moral authority that transcends partisan politics. You ordered your own Chief Information Security Officer to stay quiet about it, and then you came before this committee and lied directly to Congress, stating with absolute certainty that backups existed when you knew for a fact they didn't. He pauses, letting what happened sink in. That is perjury under 18 U.S. Code Section 1621. Patel tries to stand, his face covered in sweat, his hands visibly shaking. Senator, this email is being taken completely out of context. Sit down. Chairman Durbin's voice cuts through the room like a knife. Patel immediately sits, his career visibly collapsing in real time. Hawley isn't finished. He has one more devastating blow to deliver. The human cost of Patel's evidence destruction. According to the technical breakdown in Sarah Chen's report, here is what was permanently deleted. Video testimonies from 147 Jeffrey Epstein victims who provided statements to the FBI. Phone call records and text message logs involving 340 identified suspects in the trafficking network. Email correspondence from 89 individuals classified as persons of interest, including multiple current and former heads of state, billionaires, and intelligence operatives. Each revelation hits the room like a physical blow. Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Ehud Barak, Les Wexner, Glenn Dubin, Jean-Luc Brunel, all of them mentioned in that correspondence. All of it permanently deleted under your authorization while you were alone in the building at 11:47 p.m. on October 14th. All of it gone forever. Hawley leans forward, asking the question that will haunt Patel for the rest of his life. Why, Director Patel, why did you personally authorize the deletion of 147 victims' testimonies? Why did you destroy evidence against some of the most powerful men in the world? Who exactly are you protecting? Patel says nothing. He can't, because any answer would only bury him deeper in documented evidence of obstruction of justice. The aftermath was immediate and catastrophic. Within 24 hours, 7 FBI whistleblowers came forward with corroborating testimony. Within 48 hours, the Department of Justice appointed a special prosecutor. Within 72 hours, even the White House began distancing itself from Patel's actions. The 52 seconds of silence became the defining image of congressional oversight in 2025. Sometimes the most dangerous lie is told with the most confidence. Saying, "I am 100% certain," means being destroyed 52 seconds later when your own technical chief's report proves permanent deletion with zero recovery possible. Sarah Chen was placed in protective custody within hours. Her full testimony secured for the special prosecutor. The 7 FBI whistleblowers who emerged included senior data management technicians who testified they were ordered to manually disable all backup systems before the deletion. Orders they now understood came directly from Patel's office. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if Patel will face charges for perjury and obstruction of justice. I don't know who told him to delete those files or why he thought he could get away with it. But I know this, the 52 seconds of silence told everyone watching everything they needed to know. Kash Patel lied. He destroyed evidence. He was caught, and there was no way out. Josh Hawley, one of the youngest members of the Senate, took down an FBI director with nothing more than patience, preparation, and a folder full of documents that Patel thought would never see daylight. Sometimes justice doesn't require years of investigation. Sometimes it just requires a senator asking the right question at the right time with the right evidence in front of the right cameras. 52 seconds. That's all it took.
If you want to see what happens next, subscribe now. The documents are released tomorrow. And this story does not end here.